Welcome back to Bros in a Landfill. With the quarantine on, there's even more time to not watch our show.
Hey, there's one.
Yeah, woo. If you're fucking degenerates for this week are Trybien, and then the other guys are Lunch and Tar.
Hello.
Hello again. I'm
In the opposite order. Woo. Fuck, we're quarantined. You might all be
Can we call the episode "Fuck We're
Quarantined"? We're a source you wanted to hear about the coronavirus from, right?
Yeah. So you might all be wondering why I refer to myself as the only degenerate, and that answer is pretty simple. It's because even though we're quarantined, I'm still working.
I'm still working.
That's a bummer.
Fuck.
I still got my job. This virus has been nothing but good for me.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck. Tar's a degenerate too. He's a degenerate. Go outside and spread the coronavirus. Even though I'm Chad enough to work from home.
Hey man, restaurants are essential businesses.
Well, so speaking of I guess with the coronavirus and stuff, and Tar working at a restaurant, what sort of like safety procedures do they have like going on there, or do they not care for your precious lives?
We're mostly just doubling down on hand sanitizer. Restaurants in the state of Colorado are pretty heavily regulated already.
Oh, cool. So do they have you wearing face masks?
No.
Do they have like 12-foot like plexiglass containers around each table?
We don't. Okay, so at Sonic Drive, so we closed our patio. But
wait, you work at Sonic?
Yes.
Gotta go fast.
Yes.
Right,
I do go fast. Thank you.
The least disappointing thing with the name Sonic on it.
Yeah, we've closed down our patio and we're doubling down on hand sanitizer, but that's about it.
You better not get sick.
I haven't.
Okay,
I think I would know.
Well, I mean, it's like a 2-week incubation period, man. You could have gotten it like 5 days ago and not know.
All right, well, everyone lock themselves inside a closet and never do anything ever, because they might be a week away from showing symptoms.
Lock yourself in a podcast and lock yourself in a closet and run a podcast for like 2 years, just locked in that closet with no food.
Oh, that sounds like a good plan. I'm gonna do
definitely.
that.
Yeah, this is sponsored by Bros in a Landfill. The podcast quarantine weight loss routine.
Oh, podcasters, no, do not actually do this.
No, don't. I mean,
unless you actually are in the closet.
I don't think there were. I don't. Think
Can I just ask a question?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, actually, this isn't a question, more of an observation. You guys have restaurants open. I don't think we do over here in New Zealand. My place of living.
Because restaurants are considered essential businesses because nobody in America fucking knows how to cook.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. I mean, look, there's probably lots of people that even here that barely ever cook for themselves, and now suddenly they're like, "Fuck, what do I do? What is ham?
I don't have a rice cooker." Fucking no. Over where I am, like restaurants are closed down except ones that can do deliveries or pickup, but there's like no like actually dining in.
Right, and Sonic is entirely like curbside delivery.
Do you get to wear like the rollerblades or something?
It's optional. I choose not to because I'm fast enough on my feet that it doesn't really matter.
So you're Sonic as opposed to Shadow. Got it.
So you're saying your coworkers are too slow?
Yes. That is exactly what I'm saying.
If you were if you work with Tar, he just literally called you the fuck out for being a slow person.
No, it's okay. We're always understaffed anyways, so you're only calling out like 5 people.
Well, you're telling them to get fit and run and main Sonic and Smash.
And they're like, yeah, I know.
I'm not entirely certain where you're getting that one from.
I mean, have you seen Sonic's forward smash? God, that's an awful meme.
His punch.
Yeah. Fuck. That was an awful meme. I sincerely apologize. This is now my apology video. Anyway.
You have to start. So now you have to put on your face cam and start by adjusting your laptop camera and letting out a huge sigh.
Damn, we've got tropes for this now?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Should make a how-to.
Oh, hey, there we go.
That gag definitely works very well on
Great visual gag.
Yeah. The great visual gag for this audio-only podcast, isn't that right, guys?
That's a funny joke that never got old.
Yeah.
Are we all growing apocalypse beards, by the way?
Oh no, I always have a beard. I am fucking sexy as fuck.
I always have a beard as well.
Yeah, fuck. Just sitting
I need
here.
to trim it. I need to trim it again at some point.
No, you don't. You gotta like grow out for the apocalypse. Like,
you're right.
Where else are you gonna store your food after you're done eating it? And you need snacks
you're
for later?
right.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, like, we don't have as much space anymore, you know? We need to stop. It's not always easy to...
I am sure you could probably fit, like, 25 separate rice grains in there.
It'll be like Christmas lights or something, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Excellent.
Oh,
yeah.
dear. Oh, dear.
Just color those rice
good.
grains.
All right, we're good.
Okay. Excellent.
Hey, that's
beautiful.
That's looking pretty good.
Thank
That
you.
beard that we can see.
Yeah.
Press F for the audience not being able to see this.
F.
So, anyways, I think the next thing I want to move on to is the New Zealander situation, since we got a legit
we got Lunchbillion.
We have a convincing New Zealander on cast.
Convincing New Zealander.
New Zealand doesn't exist.
What does that
all.
mean?
It means that New Zealand doesn't exist.
I mean,
didn't you hear the flat earthers?
Yeah, I mean, for New Zealand to exist, it would have to be on the other side of the non-existent other half of the world.
No, it just means we're just further away. We're just on the other end of the fucking rectangle, bro.
It just means that your seasons are completely flipped, so people playing Animal Crossing down there can catch a great white right now. That's all that means. Actually, no, by the time this goes up, the great white will be gone, so
Well, I don't even have Animal Crossing, so joke's on you.
Well, it sucks to be you.
It does.
My
life
Animal
is
Crossing
a joke.
Animal Crossing is the best quarantine fodder right now.
Okay, so
you really did.
You had a question for me? Is the question are you from New Zealand? Or is New Zealand real?
I don't believe you that you're from New Zealand because New Zealand isn't real.
Well, I guess I can't argue with that, but we can just speak hypothetically as if New Zealand was real for the sake of.
I mean, you just sound like some generic like partially English, partially American dude that like.
Some of my vowels are a little different from yours, so that's foreign.
Yeah, and that's called English. It's called like being English.
Oh my god. Oh no. Okay, so. We went into lockdown. It's what, day 4 right now?
Day 4
of lockdown.
Lockdown.
So like, yeah, like about a week ago or something.
Thank you for your essential contributions. Try.
No problem. I try.
Oh god. Okay. So
anyways, day 4 of lockdown.
Yeah, we're in day 4 of lockdown. Luckily, there aren't, I think we managed to lock things down before we had a bajillion million cases. I mean, hang on. How many, let me just ask the Google. How many coronavirus cases?
I'm going to have to edit out these typing noises.
No, it adds to the texture of the scene.
Okay, fine. Less work for me.
This is all scripted.
Yes.
Yeah,
we're not supposed to tell them.
We're terrible fucking writers.
Yes, no, I am just an amazing actor who knows how to stumble over words to make it sound like I legitimately don't know what I'm talking about.
When did we get to 451? I swear to God, I blinked. Okay, so we're still rising a lot, right?
Don't blink. The numbers go up every single time.
Oh no! I'm doing it! That's more deaths. That's more deaths.
This is some Doctor Who. This is Doctor Who bullshit right here.
That's fucking terrifying. Yeah. So, I don't think there have been any deaths here yet, which is nice. There's about 451 confirmed and probable cases.
But
I think we've managed
3 digits, or are you talking thousands? I guess New Zealand probably doesn't have that big of a population.
Yeah, one, our population is less, and two, I think with like we got hit a little bit later than everyone else. I think.
Yeah, you're like
so
secluded.
Yeah, so we're
You're
only
in the
on,
middle
on
of
day
the
4
ocean boonies.
of the lockdown. Sure. Well, we're on the other side of the fucking cracker that is Earth.
The flat cracker. I've never seen a spherical cracker before.
Stop
exactly. I want a spherical cracker actually, because it would be like empty in the middle. It would be fun. Yeah. So things aren't really too bad right now. We're only in the 3 digits of cases so far. It's gonna keep rising for a little while because there's some lag after beginning the lockdown. But I think we still have a chance of maybe eradicating it from the country. So that's pretty cool, because a lot of places it's like they're way too far gone for that. I think our government acted pretty quickly.
Is it because the New Zealand doctors are Chads?
What is your obsession with Chads, Try? Is there something we need to talk about?
I'll let you know if the doctors are Chads if I get coronavirus and have to be treated. I think things are gonna be okay here. I like we get updates from the government on a live stream every day about what's going on, and the messaging's crystal clear. Everyone knows what they're supposed to be doing. Our leader isn't lying about heaps of obvious shit every single day, or thinking about reopening back on Easter. Sorry, I got into sort of an argument with Dizzy yesterday because I was just super flippantly making fun of America, because for us it's like, it's America's just a thing on TV. It's not like a real place, so it's like, those guys, like, sucks what's happening for them. And then I realize I'm talking to American friends, so I'm like, this is like their family that is in danger. So yeah, sorry about that, but seriously, it's a little scary what the position you guys are in, because here, we have freaking healthcare, and we got into lockdown pretty quickly, and there's not so much misinformation, and I'm a bit scared for you guys. Like, there's not much of a social, there's not much of an economic cushion for people who are in trouble. And
the economic cushion is coming back from what I hear.
Yeah,
I hope so. I hope they can get everyone protected quickly enough. Just because it's not like the huge there, I guess. It's like, oh fuck, now everybody needs protections. But also it's pretty expensive to be treated. So I don't know. I hope. I've just heard some horror stories, I guess. I hope things get better over there.
Well, what makes America a lot more complicated and harder to organize, outside of
massive population issues.
Yeah, that. But because we're such a large country separated up into multiple different states, imagine if Europe was just a bunch of states under one. I mean, kind of the point of the
kind of what the European Union is.
Yeah, but it's the they're still recognized as countries over there, which I think there's even if there's not much physically different, I think there's a big psychological difference between a countries aligned together and states under one federal body. But
yeah, it seems difficult to get everybody on the same page over there.
Yeah,
it's just so big and so splintered. And there's different rules for different states and stuff.
Yeah, and that's also the thing is you have not only do you have a bunch of different cultures and mindsets all operating under the same federal body, and also when people think of I guess when people say oh, I mean, you don't think of they're not
is there really that big of a difference between having a divide like West Virginia and Pennsylvania versus France and Germany?
Because people hold the individual countries account, not the EU to account, where the whole of the US is held to account rather than its individual states.
Okay. I was just talking culturally, but all right.
Yeah. There's probably not too much difference culturally between the bounds, but it's where the account it's where the who you hold accounted for what's going on.
Right, I can just be the US is screwed up or whatever, rather than I don't know.
The EU. It's easier to lump the US together.
Because
like I consider it like everything's like it's like everyone is equally responsible, and when like things are better in some states than others, and you know,
and that's the thing. It's like when you're in the United States, like even like I think as people in the United States, we don't even think about like much of like the other states. We think about our state and the federal government, not like Colorado.
Right.
Like where I am, I don't think about what Colorado's doing because it doesn't have much an effect on me. But
the exception is Florida. Everybody cares what Florida's doing.
But like, I'm more interested in thinking like I'm more immediately drawn to like, what's New Zealand doing? Because New Zealand's like on the world stage. Like even though like New Zealand,
even though we're smaller than half your fucking states.
Yeah, but that's the
as
thing.
A whole
it's
country,
like,
you know.
It's because like I think of New Zealand like as having like the responsibility of the people, and I have a friend over there, so I'm like, blah blah blah. Whereas I'm thinking about like Tar or Dizzy, I'm thinking, what's the United States government doing, not what their respective state governments are doing.
Yeah, like, I definitely think there are some advantages to being in like a smaller country, where like I think things happen. Just we also don't have like I think it's easier to make large changes here. Like I guess we don't have like I don't know the Constitution and stuff like that. Like when there was like a mosque shooting. I think it was last year, when there was a Christchurch mosque shooting. Like, pretty much right afterwards, it was like, all right, this type of gun is just banned. It's like, we're just, this is over. The government acted really quickly, and there wasn't like some huge campaign of like battle.
It's hard it's hard to say, like, it's hard to like say that like the United States isn't working because the United States government was designed to pass things slowly. It's working by design. It's just a questionable design choice.
I'm just saying that like over here, like things can happen quickly. I think we're more equipped to deal with a situation like this, mate, where it's something surprising happens that catches everyone off guard. It's hard to act quickly, I think, if you're working under the U.S. system. Where it's like, all right, everyone, let's like debate everything and slowly work it out. Where it's like there's kind of not that much time when like people are getting sick now.
Well, and I think the other tough thing too with the United States is that there's two fundamentally different viewpoints of how government should be run. You have the one side of the federal government should have should have more power, and then you have another side that says the states should have more power. And because we're constantly split in this flux of who has power or who should have power and where the policy should lie, it makes it a lot harder for policy to get passed because the fundamental issue is should the federal government be in control of this or should the states be in control of this? And there's good reasons for both sides.
Sure, but it's like if you can't decide like it's like before you even, it's like not even having the foundation to like make decisions because you can't agree on like how questions should be asked or something.
Yeah. But But yeah, so I guess speaking of, if we wanted to talk about like a certain like policy thing that I know Tara is very interested in. So what do you guys think of the
Well,
relief?
Is New Zealand doing? I don't think New Zealand is doing the big stimulus.
Like I'm sure. Yeah, but like it's like what our countries are doing to like help its people. So like right. I know. So I know like Lunch said that things are moving a bit quickly, but like what exactly are they doing for you over there during this time? Like, as I know they're giving us a big. Oh, wait, one sec. Tar, if you want your money, you better not be paying child support.
I don't have kids.
Are you sure about that?
I'm absolutely certain.
Okay. Nah, I'm fucking with you. But what about all your undernight kiddos? What about all your RP characters? Are you paying child support for Gwendolyn?
Oh, is
Gwendolyn Summers taking your money?
Shit!
I'm only paying RP dollars, so I can just invent more. What's the government doing? Now, I'm not like a fucking summary man. I don't have all the details offhand, but I mean, first of all, I think like, while it wasn't immediate, I think we went into lockdown pretty quickly. We shut everything off, and basically like pretty much everyone's like who doesn't have the government is basically helping everyone who's out of a job or can't currently work because of the virus. Like so, like businesses are getting money that and with the hopes that most people can remain on their pay that they had before. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how it works in any more detail than that. And it just feels like we're like, and there's not really much misinformation or anything. It doesn't feel like anyone's just freaking left in the dust, basically. And I feel pretty good about that. And obviously, our healthcare system is already not like super difficult. So like that's just kind of already by default, like it's easier to get treatment.
Yeah, that's like I'm glad at least here that things are a lot better under control in New Zealand. I'm sure that you guys probably have better health, like just as a society, or is probably healthier because it's not that hard to do that compared to America. Like just healthier habits.
Yeah, I would have to check the statistics, but yeah, it's like it like I feel like in the US, like if you're sick, like your every inclination is like, well, it's probably not that bad, because it's like, well, do I want to spend all this money when it might be nothing and stuff like that?
Well, most of us when we're sick, it's just the cold, at least from my experience.
Well, that's
sure, but like if you're like hurt or something,
but it's not just
like
that.
just in general.
It's not just a health insurance thing. It's also not missing work. Like a lot of people continue to work. Like if it was just like, oh, not going to see a doctor, it wouldn't be quite as bad. But it's people like, we have a bad work culture over here where people feel like they have to continue working. Like there's a level of guilt, or I'm not gonna excel in this company as much if I'm not taking time off.
I certainly won't say that stuff doesn't exist over here. Like even when I was working at Subway, like there would be times where it's like I was getting over a cold and I wasn't really fully better. It was just kind of more like on the up. But I was kind of told like from my boss, like, like only don't come in if you're like vomiting or like really fucked up. And it's like I'm like handling like all these people's food. Like this is like totally.
It's like at least go to the doctor and like make sure you're not infectious. Like there's I'm sure the customers at Sonic would appreciate Tar running up to the windows, like sneezing, tripping, and splattering the food all over their car.
Yeah, well, I think that's just kind of a problem in like fast food.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I do think the culture is less workaholic here. But like it's not like we don't also have it's not like fucking utopia either.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking that like it's probably like a combination, because like even if you have a job and you have good health care, like health insurance through your job, like it's hard to be like, oh, I'm gonna go take a sick day, or I'm gonna go see the doctor, when I could also be working, improving my career, and not feel the guilt of missing out.
Yeah.
Which is also I'm thankful for my job. Like I'm thankful for my job because like they're like, if you don't use up your time off, we will like you will lose it. Like you get like you can carry over some every year, but you're not gonna get all. And even like so, like my CEO is like, yeah, we want people taking time off during this like coronavirus thing. So, I feel incredibly lucky to be where I'm at right now. So, I've probably got it better off than most people. Not humble.
Well, I mean, this
brag.
is a good I think this whole situation is like it does show like where we are privileged, and like where it's like, oh,
right. Like I said, like this virus has been nothing but good for me.
Because people are probably ordering out from Sonic more often right now.
Okay, the lockdown makes that a bit tricky.
Okay, that's fair.
Because the state of Colorado went into lockdown, I believe, 3 days ago.
Okay, so it was good before the lockdown.
It was very good before the lockdown. But now, like, people are cooped up in their houses, so the only people that really come out to visit us are other essential business workers.
That makes sense.
Like what about like the sort of like delivery services? Like, does your Sonic have that like hooked up?
Yeah, we do have a few delivery services that can come through us, and the rate there has been about the same, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, because that's someone I'd expect to be more, considering people being in lockdown. Like, I'm probably going to be ordering something from DoorDash later.
Well, see, I don't think we're offering too many sales through like Uber or DoorDash or Grubhub or anything like that. I know like Domino's, I don't know if they're still doing this, but they did, but like for the first week of the big pandemic scare, they had like 50% off pizzas.
Nice.
Can I just say that like this conversation is making me like more in the fact that I can't get fucking McDonald's or anything for like at least a month. Because our lockdown is at least 4 weeks, and there's just nothing open other than like supermarkets and shit. So it's like, no!
I think all lockdown was only like 3 weeks or something. We're supposed to see about opening back up in the middle of April.
Yeah, well, I think for everybody it's like it's at least 3 weeks or at least 4 weeks, but at the end we'll check and see like maybe we should hunker down a little longer. Like, I think there's definitely potential it could become quite a long thing, especially depending on how bad the infection spreads.
Yeah.
So it could be much longer even without a fucking Big Mac, man. I even like Big Macs that much. I just can't get one if I wanted one.
Well, that's how it works. It's like you're gonna be missing it, and then you're gonna go and you're gonna get one and be like, why did I want to get this again?
That's fucking bleak, dude.
Yeah,
you have to allow me some hope.
Well, that's the whole like psychology behind like these limited run items. It's like, oh, like they put out the shitty drink or whatever for like a month, and then you're like, oh, I had that as a kid. I remember like thinking it was cool, not fully remembering that it was average at best. And then like 10 years later, it comes back in stock, and like, oh, this was from my childhood. I'll try this. You take a sip and you're just like, oh my god, this is awful. I just wasted $20 on a thing that should have been like 15.
Well, that's right. The ashes of my childhood will not become a phoenix. They will instead just leave a burnt taste in my mouth and tears in my eyes.
That's fucking raw.
There was just something really profound about what Try just said to me. It was like, oh no, why does this punch me in the heart so much? He's talking about a fucking limited time milkshake. What is life?
Wait, so hang on. Are your drive-thrus? Do you have drive-thrus in New Zealand?
Drive-thrus are a thing that exists, yes, but you can't. Like, there's just nothing open. There's
they actually closed down the business.
Yeah, like you can go to the supermarket, you can go to the dairy, which is I guess a small convenience store basically.
Right.
But like even like in the supermarket,
like a small
it's like
shop where you buy milk and cheeses.
Yeah, pretty milk, cheese, and freaking. Depends on like how big it is. Some of them have more stuff, but yeah, basically a convenience store. And there's always meat pies because that's a thing here. That's like a classic fucking thing. Every dairy in the country has meat pies.
That sounds excellent.
Where was I going with this? Because now I'm thinking about pies. I should go out I can still go to the dairy. I should get a fucking pie.
Yeah, we should all have meat pies together on cast. We should like do a meat pie mukbang.
Not excited about eating meat pies, but
yeah, I
we
mean,
can all like burn our mouths at the same time.
Yeah. Yum, yum, yum.
What was I saying before I got onto this? Like,
I don't
you said something about drive-throughs.
I was like, were a thing.
Fuck. I don't know. I think I was just reiterating that basically everything's closed except for supermarkets and the dairy.
Yes.
Like speaking of supermarkets, how has the grocery situation been over there?
Oh, actually, that's where I was going. I was gonna say that like it was pretty hectic, like right before the kind of lockdown period. I actually haven't been there since lockdown started, but like, we're not like super. From everything I've heard, we're not like super running out of shit. I mean, we produce a lot of stuff in New Zealand. Like we're not so reliant on imports. I think for a lot of basic necessities, and there's only so many people allowed in the supermarket at one time, and there's like a queue outside, and they like when someone leaves, they let another person come in.
I mean that is one way to handle it to prevent like spreading.
But yeah, and I guess just to prevent like chaos.
Like,
I'm a bit worried about the line outside. Yeah, like I guess I haven't been, like I said, I haven't been since lockdown started. I would hope that the line outside is like still distanced enough between each person.
Yeah, they should have like a grocery lottery that like gives you like specific times to go shopping, and if you miss that, you're fucked.
Wow, that sounds dystopian, actually.
I know that was...
That sounds like a scene that happens in a fucking dystopian novel or movie, where like someone's like just fucking they're like forcing their way through a crowd, which is spreading the disease more. It's like, I have to feed my kids, I have to work tomorrow, I can't. And then they get there like a minute too late.
Any aspiring authors listening to this, you are more than welcome to use that idea. Just know that you use an idea from Trybien, and you're probably bad because of it.
You just have to put. Wow, seriously,
we're preemptively calling you a hack.
You suck. Just you right now listening to this, whether or not you exist, fuck you. But can we segue for a minute into this? Well, hopefully it doesn't take a whole minute to segue. But this whole like just the idea of people writing books based off of all of this. Like, can we just take a moment to express how this is a fucking crazy world event that like is not normal. This is like one of the most significant things that has happened during our lives.
This is going to be
the whole world is closing their doors. They're like, the world is canceled. Everyone stay inside so people don't die by the 1,000. It's insane.
This is going to be like the 9/11 for the next generation. Like,
seriously,
kids are going to be like, right?
Yeah.
It really will be. I mean, like it's not like a thing that it's not like an instantaneous moment, but it's like a lot of people could die from this. This is the time where kids will remember, like when they got taken out of school and their grandparents freaking died.
Oh, absolutely. This has been like, I don't think it'll have the same like necessarily the same like nationalistic.
I mean, like
impact
forward through the years.
Yeah, like I don't think it's gonna have the same sort of like respect or like looking back towards like as 9/11 would, because that was a big terrorist attack. It was a big shocking event and that shaped the nation.
Well, this is a period, It's not like a moment.
It's like it's something that people will think back, be like, LOL, the coronavirus, or like, oh yeah, I remember the coronavirus happening, or be able to look at certain things that affected it, but it's not gonna be like, this is Coronavirus Remembrance Day.
I don't know. I think
because you couldn't have just one.
I mean, a lot of people have died already, and especially like in Italy, it's like totally been fucked by this.
But I think in the countries where it was bigger and like did have those bigger effects, and like maybe even like the states that do, so there might be more done. So, but because it's such a world period long event, not like an individual like catastrophic day. It's like it's not like it'd be like this was the day that the meteor fell, or wiped out like
It's not quite as exciting. And maybe in the movie adaptation of this, like, the virus will just, like, kill everyone it killed instantly.
Which one?
That was a mood. That was a mood, Tar. I hate how right you are.
We're just going to see a sharp increase in fucking sickness and pandemic related movies, like dystopian movies in the coming months after everything is over.
Exploitation is gonna be so much a thing.
Like I thought we already just got past the whole Walking Dead zombie phase.
Yeah, right.
It's like Last of Us 2
that with a new coat of paint.
It's like Last of Us 2 is like the most recent like zombie like thing. Like in the past few years, like year or so, like I don't think we need any more shit.
Days Gone 2 is definitely fucking confirmed now. It's confirmed. We're fucked. There has to be another Days Gone.
I've never even heard.
Maybe
of
people
Days
remember
Gone,
our game this time.
Agreeing with you.
I haven't fucking played Days Gone. It's just everyone was already tired of it before it even happened.
Okay, well. You will know if the coronavirus had as big an effect on 9/11 if it starts affecting media in the same way that like
hasn't it already?
No, but I'm like talking about like shit like things like the World Trade Center not like being like removed from like I think was it Spider-Man or something, or it's like people like trying to like specifically like try to avoid mentioning the coronavirus or like any sort of like pandemics like this like in pop. Like you'll have this one side of media that's glorifying the fight of it. Like there was like the whole like anti-terrorist movie. And then you have the whole other side being like coronavirus is bad. Like you can't talk about sickness and media like for like 5 years.
Yeah, because my granddad got a cold during the coronavirus time. It's not funny, you know.
You cut out.
You're not funny, boys.
Oh dear. All right. I think we're back.
Okay. Well, Tara's back. He missed that entire bit, but that's probably for the better because we wouldn't want to. It's still the fear of fucking censorship over coronavirus.
Yeah, we don't... Shit. Okay. Is there really much else to be? I guess there's a couple more things to talk about. I have a new flatmate now, who is my friend Reese, who is one of the guys I'm making this this Ashes game project with, which is a little thing I'm working on. He's been he's been planning to move in for a little while, but because when we got the announcement of the lockdown, it was like, all right, we're locking everything down in 2 days. Get your shit together, basically. And we're like, fuck! And so he just had to like move his whole life here as quickly as possible from like another city. Just cram everything into his car and get here.
Yikes.
It was really a tight squeeze. And my brother was like on the other side of the country and I had to fucking get back here.
Well, I mean,
luckily
it's
it all
okay.
worked
That's
out.
only like a 3-hour drive, right?
Fuck you.
Are we like referencing like a video that we didn't release?
I'm not
Are
like
we?
a fucking
I don't
island. I mean, I am, but like I'm not like fucking.
When are we gonna release that fucking like fucking Ninja Sex Party video?
Right before we
know.
release this one.
Yeah, probably. Dizzy, get on it.
Where are we releasing it? A fucking museum? That was. I don't even. That was
Is that
so
not what
long
YouTube
ago.
is?
Yeah, that's fair. We might just save it for like our eventually whenever we set up a Patreon or some sort of like thing like that. Like we can like just have it like special like unreleased footage for our members.
Ooh,
Like we're actually able to
thrilling.
make money on this. Yes, if you want to hear Lunch's tale of going to see the Ninja Sex Party and a certain fast food experience he had, then make sure to let us know that you want a Patreon and get all of your friends to follow us and purchase that so we can actually like fucking make money on this.
Yeah,
and make this,
I
legit.
totally forgot about the KKK.
Yeah, we need to start monetizing this so we can
Oh,
defeat the
fuck.
coronavirus
If you wanna hear
despite
the-
the
if you
fact
wanna
that
hear
both of us are still making money.
Like if
fucking-
you want to hear about Lunch's interaction with the KKK, like make sure to like, subscribe, and
What?
retweet.
Wait, what?
And look, you gotta watch the episode if you want to make sense.
Yeah, and you got to get us popular and a Patreon to do it. Like we are putting that out there for you guys.
Where
We
was
now
I
have an
going with
ultimatum.
what I was-
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Your
I
brother.
was
You're talking
saying.
about your brother.
Well, my brother and Reese got up here, so I'm living with Reese now, and so we've been doing shit to do with our game, and so that's a cool thing that we can do under quarantine. We can work on shit. So far, we've just played hours of Sea of Thieves and haven't made shit, but
I'm sure there's been
we'll get there.
very, 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 very important morale sessions.
Actually, for real, I've actually had like a lot of fun in the last couple of days. I know that like things will eventually get a bit stir crazy, but like we're like I'm in the best situation I think I could be in, that I'm with my best friends and we're working on something together, but we're also like playing games together. We've got like we can work out in the basement because it's like a giant garage / basement, and we've got like sort of a little setup to work out in. 'Cause we're not allowed to like go very far. Like we're only allowed to go outside around our own block. We can't like go to the park or anything. But we've got basically everything we need. And so
Excellent.
So far I'm enjoying it. I think I'll start going crazy after a little while. We'll have to do a follow-up episode where we see how big everyone's apocalypse beards are and how many marbles we've lost. But
I don't know. I think we've already lost quite a few marbles doing this show.
Right.
right.
Yeah, that was even before this.
Yeah.
Oh god.
You're just gonna see Tar just on Discord video chat just fucking twitching.
Yes.
It's like he's not even be saying anything. Fuck. Wait, it's like this is gonna turn into like Unfriended 3.
Yikes.
That's a mood. Last thoughts about the coronavirus quarantine thing. I am pretty happy I was able to get up early, go to the supermarket, and get the last roll of toilet paper there.
Nice.
Jesus God, like we were running out of toilet paper because like why the fuck would we stock it? But yeah, we got like a pack of it, so we should be good for at least a week or so.
That's the final thought. I'm glad I have toilet paper.
I'm glad I have toilet paper. Yeah.
Like, hey man,
it's important.
It is important.
I would say the memes are legit,
important.
but the memes are. I would say the memes are legit, but like also the memes are probably part of the reason why the problem's so bad.
Right. Everyone stop making it a thing by making
enmity.
jokes about it.
Like it's so bad that my supermarket like limited to like one like paper like one of each paper product per person. Like,
my God.
I also have not been shopping since the lockdown. But,
well, I mean, you work at Sonic. You can eat all of your meals there.
One of them, anyways.
You got to eat three. You got to eat like 3 meals right there, like in one sitting, just enough for one day.
Yes,
That's how that works.
You have to eat a pot full of mac and cheese. Just like a big
That's awesome.
barrel full of mac and cheese should cover you for the week.
Bring me the bucket. And this has been Bros in a Landfill.
Signing off.
That's an amazing visual.